today we're gonna pull this thing off. It's the oil pan.
Pulling the whole shebang out. Not the crank though. The crank kind of scares me.
We're gonna leave it. We'll leave the crank in there, but yeah,
machine shop stuff.
Lower and upper oil pan.
What's up, guys? Back to another video. Tearing apart the 2JZ. The first video on this build, we took apart the head and all the accessories. Now we're gonna be removing the pistons, dropping the front and lower oil pan sump, and we're going to be drilling out the drain. So that's gonna be really cool because we're gonna show you how to thread it and get it all done up, because what's really cool about these 2JZs, they already have a cast that they just reuse from the turbo model. So you can actually drill a hole, thread it up, and it's all good to go. So we're gonna be doing that today. And Nick brought over his pistons and some other stuff that he's ordered, so we can compare non-VVTI pistons and rods to VVTI to show you guys the drastic difference and why the non-VVTI is just so much stronger. This is from Drift Motion, right?
Yeah, Drift Motion.
Really nice.
Pretty cool.
So it's gonna be sitting right there. It's 10 a.m. most likely, because all bungs are 10 a.m.
and 10.
Damn, that was really good.
And yeah, just OEM, basically OEM.
That is not OEM, bro. I think the one I'm running is black. It's like a anodized black.
Yeah.
But let's flip it over so we can actually like pull off the oil pan.
Okay. Let's get a drain pan there. There you go. There you go.
All the extra oil that always sits at the bottom. Bro. In order to remove the upper sump, you do have to remove this baffle along with the pickup, just so you can have access to all the bolts, and then you can pull the whole thing off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So
and you can just pop off from the top. Yeah. Just 4 bolts and that sensor comes out. Such a good design. No wonder they never fail.
It's cool about like Toyota.
Bro, that's what's cool about BMW too. They're all Legos.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, really? Really, Mr. E36 arms fit on an S54. And so does an E39 oil pan on all the M50s and S50 setups.
Sure.
Yeah, fucking, you're a hater, bro.
Sure do.
That's not an oil pressure sensor. That's just low oil. And you have a Nissan cluster, so this is like...
There's gonna be some things, I'll probably just have to just do like oil pressure gauge and whatever.
Yeah, you could run oil pressure.
There's some things that I can have on there, like I can make the speedometer and the tachometer work.
Good.
Wiring Specialties includes like these little extra add-on things.
I think that'll be best, bro, because I feel like you have like the same mindset as me. We want it like almost OEM like, you know?
Yeah.
Like we don't want to run aftermarket clusters.
Yeah, I see an issue though that we might have right now. Do you have triple squares sockets?
No, not again, bro. Not again, please. Please, bro. Oh, I don't want to go to AutoZone and O'Reilly's and Harbor Freight, bro. I know, I see.
We may need to do an AutoZone run.
I don't recall, but the S54 didn't have triple squares.
Really?
We didn't show much in the last video, but we had to make like 3 or 4 stops to the store trying to get the right tools to take off the head, and then now we have to go get it. But it's good because if we have them, I'll just buy it and then we can keep it here for, you know, future uses, which is really good. There's literally an opening right there that you could put on. I want to show you the cheat codes of life.
You got a stronger screwdriver?
Yeah. Here, got the strongest one of all.
All right.
Strap on.
Oh, okay. Because icon dude, I was gonna say it. Here we go.
Snap on, brother.
Here we go.
Didn't pop, but it was good. Yeah. The thing about the upper and lowers is that it's all RTV based.
Genuine Toyota FIPG Honda bond?
Yeah, I don't even know. Don't care.
What is that?
Sup, Pops? What are you doing?
Just polishing the Mambolona a little
Dude,
bit.
it's actually coming out really good.
Like, it's still hazy because, I mean, it's a part like a Mako paint job they did on it.
It's okay, but I mean, you're just doing it temporarily because you want to respray it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when we washed it, this whole side was faded.
Bad.
I seen this and I thought it was the good side. Dude, this is gonna come back, bro. We got a 1/2 inch, and then I picked up some 1/2 inch extensions because I do not have any. I don't even know where it's gonna fit. Let's pop off the pistons first.
Pop the pistons out. We're gonna look inside.
Everything's gonna
Do a
be
little
good, bro.
inspection.
We already
do a little
did.
comparison of the pistons. The rods next to the other rods.
Junior's gonna hold the engine.
This guy's taking me away from polishing my truck just to come help him.
Bro, you just said you got fucking heat stroke or something.
I would tell you to keep them in order, but it doesn't matter.
Do you think drop the motor next week or what?
Drop it in?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah, next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just having the car sitting for a year. Probably move them like right here.
All right, food, don't listen
I
to
think
me.
you should move him to the other side.
Okay.
You know what this was have the audacity to say to me right now?
When you guys want to go get tools?
No, right now.
What?
He said, why would I buy anything for the shop? It's not even mine. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. You should build this block in the next door shop. I'm sure Martin will help you out.
Alright, that's all of them. So how do you want to do it?
We're done. Put the tools on.
So you take off the cap, and then you just pop them off.
Let's check them out.
They look brand new, bro. Oh my
This
God.
motor's never been driven.
Wow. So what you're saying is, this motor at almost 200,000 miles looks way cleaner with the bearings than my S54 did. That's night and day difference, bro. They literally look brand new. The coating's still on. This is why 2JZs are so good. Damn, dude, that looks so good. You guys struggling? You guys need daddy's help?
It's because the motor's not straight upside down.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the fucking rod leans this way. So when you hit it down, it goes up against.
How about let me do it and I'll do it for you.
If anyone wants this engine, you just buy it. I don't want it. But these are the same rods.
Bro, these are the same rods. Bro.
And you struggled. You're struggling, Nick. What's going on?
But what were you doing?
Recording right here? Look.
Bro, you were
This is why I'm retired. I just film videos now. You know what you told me a little earlier?
Huh?
I think that's what you need.
What?
Unlike the S54, these aren't cracked rods because obviously the S54 is just way better. So it's okay. I mean, he's replacing them anyways, but I mean, it just would have been cool if they came like that from factory, you know? Especially like race spec bearings, high compression. And I get it, bro.
Crazy how they come pre-broken. Good job, brother. You did.
Oh, I want to compare the pistons from the VVTI and non-VVTI. The pistons I think are similar, but it's going to be the rods that are going to be the big difference. We have a couple of things here. We have the ARP rod bolts, and then we have the main caps, and then the ARP head studs. So that stuff is all going to be used on this engine. We had two options with this build, either going forged internals or going non-VVTI rods and pistons. This is a more budget friendly, and these can handle a decent amount of power. So Nick was able to source these online, I think on Facebook, huh? We can show you guys the differences because there's so many guys, Jeremiah, that think I'm lying when I say that the VVTI rods are, you know, way weaker. And like that's the issue. Like if you look it up, you could clearly see the differences between the two. But I've never seen them in person, so it's gonna be cool to actually visually see the differences on the rods. Way different, bro. Look how thick this is compared to that one. Not only that, the pistons are different too.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the top.
It's gonna get out by a truck.
Well, my shit has a truck motor. It's basically a truck already.
Dual cams are whack, huh? Just kidding, guys. DEs are cool too. I like DEs.
The guy, his shit was burning oil. I got you.
We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna be drilling this bad boy. Your radiator came in? Yeah. The Coilrad one? We're going with the Coilrad 240 radiator. And then ISR fans, dual.
Should be good. Nice and cool. So we should have that thing running like 2 weeks.
We're gonna be drilling through the oil pan, and we're gonna show you guys the way we're doing it because this is our first time. We're not really following any instructions.
What happens if we fuck this shit up?
Just weld it.
Put the stud on, tie in it, and then just drill the other one with it already tie-in.
Now I'm just thinking, dude. That's what I was waiting for you to say. I just want to see if you would say it. There we go. Good job, guys. Alright, so that's about Danny's length.
The hole's pretty center. Looks good. Now we just need to thread it. This is the bro science way to tap something when you don't have the right tool, like Nick does it. So I'm using a drill.
Hey, wait, hold up.
Definitely don't recommend.
This is not my shop, by the way.
but he likes using all the tools here. Anyways, we're using a drill to tap it. Not recommended, but because this has clutches, we're able to turn it down super slow. So when we're actually putting force on it, we can vary the speed so it's not too fast, you know? So I started at 2 and just barely making it, and then just keeping it at a super slow pace, almost like as if you were turning it with your hand. Like I said, don't recommend it, but we're gonna do what we have to do. This beautiful snap-on box holds all the tap and die that we need. So we're gonna be using what? The M8 by...
1.25.
Okay, we're good, it's right here. This kit is a thread chaser. This is supposed to clean the threads out, not make them. This is actually a tap set. So this should be able to go in because it's tapered and actually make the threads. So we're gonna be using this all the way through, and then we're gonna be cleaning them up with this. Because at a machine shop, you can do that. They have a stationary drill at a machine shop. So it goes down and then it drills straight through, but everything's fixed. So it's perfect, like it's perfectly balanced at the right, you know, degrees. With this, we're like, hey bro, just look straight, drill this shit through. There you go.
There you go.
Then you can test it with this. This fits like OEM, which is good. So now we can just put a nut on to hold it, and then we can actually start drilling the first hole. I'm just gonna be jumping up 2 steps at a time to drill the center hole. That's going to be the drain. Finally starting to look like a proper engine build. Looking good though, for sure.
Piece we needed, brother.
So everything's all apart except for the oil pump and the crank. The oil pump we can take apart later. We're still debating to go with a drift motion setup. The reason why he hasn't gotten it already is because the GTE pumps do flow a lot more, and because this car doesn't have piston squirters, this has too much pressure and it could blow out seals. But I was researching, and Drift Motion actually has an NAT kit, which they drill out the bypass so it can actually vent out more oil if needed. So I think that's something that he's gonna end up getting. He still has to research a little bit, but I feel like that's gonna be the best bet. This billet kit looks really nice. It's really cool seeing the difference in the pistons and rods, especially the rods. Like that makes such a big change, man. You can see how skinny these things are compared to this. So it's gonna be able to handle a lot more power. Yeah. Close. Super beefy. Because you could tell these are going to be the weak point, especially with the torque, because torque is what bends the rods. So having that torque, you know, and that the combustion just really hitting on these rods, it's super easy for them to bend. And you can send rods out the block, you know. This alone with some ARP head studs, main caps, you know, rod bolts, and a GTE head gasket, multi-layer.
Yeah.
Bulletproof, bro.
That's all you really need.
Oh, for sure.
Honestly, like up to like 700 horsepower I've seen.
And if you're gonna be keeping it like around 3 or 4,
yeah,
you're just gonna be having so much fun in it.
Transmission, that's all.
Yeah, but you're gonna be able to maintain it. Like you want something that's streetable. 700, your S14 is not streetable, bro.
Yeah.
We were talking about how machine shops don't really hot tank as much as they used to, so yeah, it's pretty cool that Junior's was at least hot tanked and cleaned up. But we want this motor hot tanked as well. We want everything looking crispy. Have everything cleaned up, have all the tolerances checked out, and then once we're ready to start assembling, that's gonna be the fun stuff, because one of our old Toyota teachers has been in contact with us. We might take both of our motors to our old school so we can have everything checked, all the clearances, they have all the proper tools. And I think that'll probably be the best, to have both the motors assembled then, and then we could bring them back to the shop and start assembling all the good stuff that he's gonna be buying. And I know I was gonna keep mine stock, but I'm doing something a little bit different on my car. I'll talk a little bit more about it later on in an S54 video, because that's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be super fun and exciting. Best way to tell how good a motor is take out all the pistons. Is this a good indicator of a good motor, man? Or at least a good solid crank, being able to spin it by hand once the pistons are out. On that note, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. See you guys on the next one.